How's it going, folks? This is Caleb Ragnar at Pete's RV. I'm over at the Worcester RV Show. Quick walk around on the 2024 Jayco Eagle 355 MBQS. You're gonna have those entry steps right here. They are going to be those floating steps on that friction hinge, so you'll be able to have them floating right in place. Adjustable legs right there by hitting those pins. You're gonna have that nice collapsible arm railing right here as well. That's gonna just fold up onto the side of the camper while traveling. Again, just pointing out, you are going to have tow assist. There's an available towable odometer for you to track the amount of miles you put on this puppy. Climate shield. That means Jayco ended up taking this while it was at the factory to a temperature controlled room. They were able to bring that internal or exterior temperature down to 0 degrees up to 100 while maintaining an internal temperature of 68 to 72 degrees. Again, all Jayco Eagles are warranted for full-time RVing as well. So this beautiful double axle fifth wheel here, you're gonna have some underlight as well for those steps. You got your outdoor speaker, again, weatherproof marine grade speakers. Right overhead, you are going to have those awning lights on awning number 1 of 2 on this unit right here. And that little black cap you see is going to be for a security camera over the door. Right next to entry, we got our little outdoor kitchen setup. You're gonna have the mini fridge, a little bit of room in here with USB ports. You'll have that blue light, LED light, and a GFCI outlet right next to your low point drains. Now you're also going to have, since there's no sink, they give you a little outdoor shower here, so you'll be able to still hose off dishes, hose off the dog, or spray down the kids when they're starting to act up a little bit. This J-port right here is for you to be able to insert your dry sink over here, so you'll have this connection that's able to insert right into here. You can put a gas griddle on top of it, because you're gonna have that propane quick connect right below that. Right on over, they give you a little spot to hold your septic hose, your stinky slinky. And again, these compartments are all gonna be magnetic. They are the slam latch, which means you can just drop them on down, have them close nice and easy. Now, quick peek in here, you are gonna have some connections to be able to set up a television out in this pass-through storage compartment. Just wanna point out, you do have that layer of insulation up there on the top. We've got our PEX tubing, and though there is not any vents running down here, you do have that enclosed underbelly to keep things a bit warmer during those colder temperatures. Now you are gonna have this little pass-through here to run any wires, any hoses down, so you can still keep that compartment door closed. Moving on down the line, we're gonna have the opening right here for our propane tanks. It's gonna have the 30s in here, so one over here. This is all gonna already be on a regulator. They give you 210 volt outlets here right up towards the front, and then your side markers are all gonna be wired for cameras. So you'll have the one over the door, rear view, and both side markers as well. Front storage compartment right here, you will have the space to be able to fit 2 or 4 batteries should you want to, and plenty of space up here to be able to store whatever you need. Though for the Eagles at least, they are not pre-wired for a generator, but it is an option moving forward. And just pointing out, you've got your fuses here for that leveling system. Pointing out other propane tank right here, and this is where you'll have your distributor to decide which tank do I want to pull off of. Other side of that pass-through right here, just pointing out, you are gonna have your battery disconnect over here, as well as the control panel for your auto leveling system through Lippert components. Just pointing out, on this one at least, you are going to have your sine wave inverter. This one in particular, for this model of 2024, 1800 watt inverter. We've got our termination valves over here for our black and 2 gray tanks. Another port to run any hoses or wires through. They give you 110 volts of connection over here. And you're gonna have another port right here for that shower. Temperature control on that side will also affect what temperature's coming out on the non-entertainment side. We got lights for inside that LED strip, water pump switch, black tank flush, auxiliary connections for satellite and cable, and then you're gonna have your sanitized winterizing port right here. So this is where you're going to connect that hose, a small cutoff of a hose, to utilize your water pump to pump any solutions in. Now this could be for pumping sanitizer into your freshwater tank, could be for pumping antifreeze into your lines, or in the case where you were out boondocking and needed to pump some kind of water into that freshwater tank to take a hot shower, you could also utilize this port for that. Now for city water, this would be where we are hooking up a hose that's got all the pressure it needs to run water through our lines, or to fill up the freshwater tank from an actual city water connection. Next to that, we're gonna have our tankless hot water heater. Cool things to know about this, it's only going to run off of gas. There's going to be a 2-liter holding tank made out of copper, which means we do not need to bypass this when we are winterizing. So copper is not going to deteriorate as quickly as steel and aluminum tanks would, and it's only 2 liters. This is going to be a 50 amp unit, so we've got that cord there and the furnace exhaust right here. Next to my slide outs right here, these, at least from here, Pete's RV, they're all going to be set up with the brackets for slide toppers to be added. If you wanted to go that route, here at Pete's RV, we do offer that service here as well to be able to install them for you. Just pointing out, we've got our range hood exhaust right up there. And there's gonna be more low point drains right here, which that one in particular is going to be for the fresh water tank. Nice big exit port right there. And you can see that white hose, that's the overflow hose. So how do I know my tank's full? You'll have water running out of there, or be able to check your meters inside to confirm once we are at full capacity. Ladder for the back, we got a 250-pound weight capacity on that, and an additional tow capacity on the back here, 4-prong plug for that extra 3,000 pounds for anyone out there who does have the appropriate license and being in a state that allows you to double tow on the back of this unit. Now going inside really quick here, we're gonna start right up front. We have our climate control sensors, which is going to be communicating with our HVAC system to determine what kind of power output that we need to reach whatever desired temperature we have set here on the system. J-Command, I have a separate video for this one. I don't want to get into too much details about this, so feel free to check out my other video going over the BM Pro tablet for the J-Command system. Switch right here is going to be for the overhead fan, which being at the show, we do have that offer right now. Pointing out, we do have the table. This is going to be able to extend out, offering you a little bit more seating space when you have folks over. And want to point out these remotes here. These are going to be to control our lights turning on and off. If you are to hold it down, that will actually end up working as a dimming feature. Though it does not want to do it for me right now. So, apology on that one. We got our theater seats. USB ports, there's no shortage of them. We got them here. We got them over here. We've got more over here. You got all the different options to be able to plug in your phone around this theater seating, trifold area, right around your entertainment system. We have our 5,000 BTU. This one, 5,100 actually, a little higher actually, different system. And our JBL radio system here as well, which is going to be able to play through those speakers you saw outside directly from here. And there's going to be one other zone as well for Zone C. Television, a little bit of storage space overhead as well. Pass through right there with the connections for your television. We've got the pantry right here. This always throws me off. It does not turn, but there is motion sensor light inside there for those LED strips. Residential oven over here, 4-burner gas. I mean, you could actually cook a turkey in here if you really wanted to. And then they're also going to give you that convenience cooking with the microwave overhead as well. Another remote right here to be able to control those lights. We got the dinette here. Now we can show you that dimming feature. There we go. Beautiful. And yeah, you'll have some more plugs right here. Be able to plug in a coffee pot. Now behind me, we've got the 2-bay sink with that island. Nice storage space underneath. And we're going to have our fresh water container right here. Now, compared to a lot of our luxury fifth wheels, this is still going to offer it here in the Eagle. You're going to have that water spigot faucet right there. There's going to be a separate button for an additional pump. Not the same one on our water system outside. This one will just be to control that fresh water flow through the faucet here at that double sink. Now we're going to have residential style fridge right here. I love this. You're going to be able to control the temperature for these bottom 2 freezers right here. So you could have one in a deep freeze, have another one not as cold for some of those items like ice cream that we want to make sure are staying a little bit soft when we're ready to enjoy them on a nice hot day. Now, at least through Pete's RV, we are equipping these Eagles with 380 watts of solar. You'll have those 2 panels up on top. And that's going to be on the 50 amp charge controller. So you would have the option of going to almost 1,000 watts of solar. lots of storage space. And the thing I always say now, for those seasonal campers, I love it. You got that extra space up there to be able to put all your cool little knickknacks. I know at our seasonal campsite, my parents always had a little shelf above that where we would put our ships in the bottles, all of our camping signs. So love that. For those people going full-time or going seasonal where you're staying stationary, you got that extra space to be able to put a few things that you express yourself with on your camping trips. We've got the power tower right here in the center. You can charge your phone on it, and it's also going to lift up, and provide you with some more outlets and a couple USB ports to be able to plug in any devices you need charging. We've got our converter breaker box down here, little coat closet right here with that shelf. This is going to be a disappearing shelf. You need to put that one up. Now into my favorite, the little mid-bunk office area. We've got another trifold, not as big as the one in the other room, but another spot for you to be able to sleep a couple people. And we've got that Murphy bed as well overhead that you're going to be able to drop down and convert this into a bunk bed for, you know, when we're really trying to max out the ultimate sleeping capacity in this unit. All the lights right here are going to be push button, and that is going to be throughout the majority of this camper. We've got our furnace intake over here, and again, I absolutely adore this little office setup right here. Jayco, all handmade, Amish-made cabinets built right at the factory in Elkhart, Indiana. For all their drawer glides, they are rated for 75 pounds. How would you fit that much in there? I mean, for some of the bigger drawers in the kitchen, I think cast iron collections, those are very heavy. So you could fit your whole cast iron setup in some of these drawers. We've got our sticker here showing we got a spot to be able to install that television over here. And we do have that ducting in here for the air conditioner as well, so we can keep things nice and cool during those hot summer days. They do provide you with a nice little clock. Now we're going to have a step up here just to take a quick view. We have the ladder that pulls out, and we have the top little loft area. As showing, this is the double, so it is rated for 600 pounds for sleeping. How many kids can that really fit? But you got to think, when the kids are up there kind of bouncing around and roughhousing, they're having fun. You don't have to worry about them jumping around and potentially damaging anything up here on the bunks. Now, if it is going to be for storage, they recommend not having anything over 400 pounds if you're going to be keeping it up there for a long period of time. And they do give you all those outlets up on top there as well, so the kids can plug in their tablets. Though the window does not open up on this loft area, they'll still get a nice view outside. Again, just showing you that sticker right there saying 600 for sleeping, but only 400 for storage. Now moving towards the bathroom here, I love this little counter right here. We've got our solid countertops, controls for our tankless hot water heater, gas water heater only. Pretty much you're gonna power it on, select your desired output temperature, and just as long as gas is on and we start running that hot water, you'll see that flame button ignite, showing that we are good to go, and you'll have hot water running out of here in about a minute. Got the nice toilet, porcelain toilet, and that's a biggie right there. We've got a heat duct. So on those days where you were pushing the season, either making it a little earlier or pushing it out further in the fall, you know you're gonna be nice and toasty in there. And we've got the shower, and then just the master bed. Nice big closet. And on this unit in particular, you are going to have the washer dryer hookups.